Welcome to Google Hangout Content Strategies. My name is Frances Flynn Torson, and I put together some thoughts about real estate content here, but really anybody in any kind of business can listen and learn and join the discussion. Something very exciting happened on May 15, 2013. Something very exciting because there was a fundamental shift that started to happen online, and it's picking up a lot of steam. What happened on May 15th will change the way we engage online. What happened on May 15th has immediate impact on search engine rankings, ad placement strategies, and the rules of online engagement. It was a monumental shift at Google Plus that disrupted the entire state of the internet, and so many people are so blinded by all the shiny objects they see day in and day out that they're missing the main points about what's happening. I'm not going to discuss everything Google's doing, but I'm focusing on a single important piece of that shift and focus on what it means to you and me and how we can leverage some important changes to advance our business. If you think that Google Plus is not worth some time and energy, think again. Google Plus is Google's newest baby. Yes, it's been around for a while, but Google Plus was mostly gestational until May 15th. It's kind of like Google's been pregnant for a few years and then finally delivered the baby on May 15th after a very long pregnancy. The baby is born and Google is highly attentive to everything that happens to her. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it, if search engine spiders get stretch marks, huh? Now the piece of this shift where I'm focused is Google Hangouts. You can use Google Plus and YouTube to create a new communication channel for your clients and your prospects and attract new customers, new business relationships, and new talent for your team. Google Hangouts have been around for a while, but it's mostly a beta kind of thing. Google has been working out a lot of the kinks, and they're still working on some of them. But what they have right now, today, is a platform that will change the way business is done, change the way we consume content, and change the way our customers consume our content. And we have a choice right now. Catch that wave, or once again maybe miss a golden opportunity. In earlier days, when search engine rankings were new words in our vocabulary, there was a lot of talk about search engine optimization, meta tags, keywords, tags, and people still talk, and these things still do matter, but it's different now. It's a whole new ball game. Engagement now plays a critical role in search engine rankings. All right? How long do people stay on your website after they arrive? How often do people share your posts? How much engagement is there in your social web? Google measures engagement now. Engagement matters. Engagement is critical to online success in any business. Engagement will create new market leaders. Market leadership is the new SEO. In this video, we're going to lay the groundwork and get you ready to start doing your own Google Hangouts. And I mean really ready. I will explain what this shift means in your business. Explain what a Hangout is in very basic terms from a strategic standpoint, and show you a precise formula for content planning after your Hangout is over. My promise is to clarify and eliminate confusion you already have, to show you immediate opportunities you can latch onto right now, and give you actionable ideas you can work on the minute we're finished here. So who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, my primary digs online these days is my own website, therealtygram.com. I have lots of blogs and a very ubiquitous presence online, and you can find me everywhere. I write books and articles, I blog, and I teach. On a purely personal level, there's nothing more musical in my day than hearing my granddaughter call me babci. Babci is the Polish word for grandmother. I make great bread, I make good soup, and I have wisdom attached to 61 years on this planet, and I can hold my own with any techie you throw at me. I've been involved with webinars and webinar training for quite a while. I have a product called Webinar Fever that internet marketers have purchased, and they've published my videos about webinars on hundreds of websites all over the world. I was the first person to present a seminar about webinars at a Real Estate Educator Association conference in Bonita Springs, Florida, way back in 2008. I have offered real estate agents and brokers online webinar training many, many times. And here's a screenshot of an invitation to an event back in 2010 when I taught webinar best practices to agents and gave them a formula for presenting a webinar for first-time homebuyers. Well, fast forward to 2013, and I am moving that training to Google Hangouts. And here you see a screenshot of an event banner for a Google Hangout I recently hosted about the same subject. 28 years ago, I set up chairs and tables in a local church basement for first-time homebuyers. Several years ago, I started to do those seminars online with GoToWebinar and WebEx, and now Google is making it easier than ever before, and everyone can do it. Webinars and online presentations are not new. Where are you right now in your, in your online presentation, in the online presentation game? Do you have a content strategy for videos and engagement? And if not, what's stopping you? I'll give you my take. I think most people are plagued by self-limiting beliefs that they cannot do it. And you know what? That's just a mean trick you are letting your own mind play on you, because this stuff is not too complicated. There's a new shift happening right now, and so it's sure as heck not too late. Heck, you can start now and call yourself an early adopter, and you will be spot on. And it really is necessary, really. It's not only necessary, it is your obligation. You have certain obligations when you are engaged in business. You have to keep up with laws. Real estate licensees must adhere to state regulations, and there are ethical considerations when you're a realtor. And it's your obligation to keep up with that. It's also your obligation to keep up with best practices that help you do your business so you can make money. And let's be totally honest, the average age of realtors is mid-50s. I dare say most 50-something agents and most 60-something agents are not fully funded for their retirement years. Most of them have a long way to go on the road to financial independence. And so when there's a fundamental shift in the web, you have a special opportunity to leverage the momentum attached to that shift, to attract more clients, generate more referrals, and make lots more money. I'm watching lots of people across many verticals and many different types of business seizing that opportunity right now, and I don't see a lot of that in real estate. You have an obligation to yourself, and you have an obligation to your family to create an income that will sustain you in your retirement years. I see enormous opportunity here. I've been working in the real estate industry for almost 30 years, and I sincerely and honestly believe we are at a crossroads of time right now, right here, where amazing things can happen if we take the first step and move with it. So let's get on with some basic training. In the next couple of weeks, there will be more training where we will go deeper into some of the things we're talking about today. And you know, if that's something that resonates with you, I hope you'll leave a comment below, or a like, or share this video with others, because I'm looking for that too. I'm looking for increased engagement. I want to leverage this technology. And I'm going to be sharing as much as I can in the next couple of weeks, not holding anything back. If you have a question, ask it in the comments, and I will answer each and every question personally. Okay, here we go. Exactly what is a Hangout on Air? A Hangout on Air is a technology that lets you use Google Plus and YouTube to broadcast your message to the world. Some people are calling Hangouts on Air a webinar replacement. And they're right. You know, some people are saying GoToWebinar is dead. I probably wouldn't go quite that far yet, but I'm not ruling that out either. Google Hangouts offer you a way to present your own webinars online, live, without recurring monthly fees. Basic GoToWebinar service is costing about $50 a month for 25 attendees. And some people pay as much as $499 a month for 1,000 seats. You can host unlimited Google Hangouts on your blog to an unlimited number of people each time, using YouTube bandwidth, by the way, and that happens to be an enormous amount of bandwidth, and you can do it for free. On top of that, YouTube will render the video automatically and post it to your YouTube channel a few moments after your Hangout ends. You can leave it there. You can edit it right on YouTube using very simple editing tools. You can trim it, and you can add annotations and links right in the video. If you like, you can download the video, you can make it private, and you can serve it up as premium content and charge money for it. It really is amazing. And if that's not awesome enough, this whole shift in search engine rankings is mind-boggling. Remember now, we're talking about Google Plus and these Hangout videos. Well, Google and YouTube are giving lots and lots of weight to Hangout videos every time you do a search online. There are videos ranking on page 1 for highly competitive keywords where the only optimization is in the title of the videos. These are the Hangout videos, folks. I'm going to do a separate video using case studies to show some examples of this. It's just exciting. So who's using Hangouts? The White House is using it to share the president's message. The First Lady is hanging out. Boomer Joe Biden is hanging out. And the First Lady of Real Estate is using Google Plus Hangouts. Here is Sherry Chris. She is President and CEO of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. She's hanging out here with brokers in her network, and they're talking about generational issues in real estate brokerage. Great discussion. In fact, I'm going to put a link to that in the video under the replay here. I'll tell you this, I have a hunch Better Homes and Gardens brokers are going to be early adopters of Hangout technology. Mark my words. Now let's get back to those limiting beliefs we were talking about a little earlier and put them to rest. This whole thing, Google Hangouts are as easy as you want to make it. You do not need screencasting software. You don't need Camtasia or ScreenFlow or any third-party software to do a Hangout. Google and YouTube are giving you the keys to the kingdom, my friends. You do not need fancy editing software. You can trim the video and edit it right in YouTube. You don't need fancy presentation software. I'm using Google Docs for this presentation. I love PowerPoint, but I'm loving Google Docs presentations more and more. It's easy. I love easy. It gives me time to do other things, to make bread and soup and cookies. Okay, do I at least have you thinking, okay, I want to do this. Now what can I talk about in my Hangouts? Okay, now here I've got you covered. And right now, I'm going to switch my presentation to another Google Docs app called MindMeister, and I'm going to share a whole bunch of ideas with you about what you can do on Google Hangouts. Love mind maps. I love mind maps. If you have been following me for a while, you know I do lots of mind map training. It's a great way to organize my thoughts, and it's a great presentation tool. I'll share this map with you in a link under the replay so you can download it and refer to it afterward if you like. This mind map has 50 real estate hangout ideas. A couple of years ago, I might have titled this same mind map 50 real estate blog ideas. Are you starting to sense something about the synergy of this methodology? Are you starting to sense something about the synergy of this technology? Do you work with home buyers? Do you think there are some questions they have that you can talk about in a Hangout? Do you think there is a special set of questions you can answer for first-time home buyers? Some questions about financing? How about negotiating tips for buyers who build new homes? Open house tips. Do you work in any special niches? HUD Homes is my favorite niche, and there are some great Hangouts you can offer that are specific to this niche. Do you think it can attract some interest to a Hangout for police officers, about 50% discount on a HUD Home? How about teachers? Do you think they might be interested in how they can buy a HUD Home at a 50% discount? How about firefighters and emergency medical technicians? You can drill right down in your niche with a Hangout. Get real specific, create content that will be highly meaningful to a very, very targeted audience in the most engaging way possible. Real estate investors are the group to watch in terms of engagement and marketing. Real estate agents could take some good lessons from real estate investors, and there are some terrific topics with universal appeal you can apply to your own market. Now look, imagine creating a Cleveland real estate investor blueprint hangout, or how to make money as a landlord in Cleveland. There's no limit to the possibilities in real estate investor hangouts. People in this niche have been doing webinars about these topics for years. They've had a lot of success and generated lots of business. Would you like to attract new sellers and get some new listings to sell? There are lots of topics you can cover and start generating content you can publish on your blog that will attract new clients long after your hangout is over. Distressed homeowners is a vastly underserved niche. Think about it. What are most real estate agents talking about when they market to this group? How to do a short sale, right? This is an amazing opportunity to differentiate yourself in a market with most real estate agents don't even use the words home retention on their websites. Invite special guests and talk about ways people can keep their homes. Imagine this. There's a homeowner who's struggling financially. He falls behind on his mortgage and he receives a notice of default from his lender, and that notice of default goes on record in the county courthouse. Within a week, that homeowner has a fistful of letters from local real estate agents promising salvation with a short sale, and every one of them is trolling for his listing. Except one. That homeowner gets a postcard with a notice about a Google Hangout with actionable tips about how he can save his home. And there's no pitch for the listing. Imagine that homeowner is able to find a sustainable financial solution and keep his home. How do you think he is going to feel about the agent who sent him that card versus the dozens of other agents who were all about the listing? And who do you think he's going to refer to friends and family members when they talk about buying a home or selling a home? I'm going to have a very special in-depth training on this topic very, very soon as part of this video series, and I will be sharing some great presentations and other resources you can use in your hangout, so stay tuned. Now, how about FSBOs? The for sale by owner niche is a particular favorite of mine, and you can have lots and lots of fun with this one. Now, to keep your inspiration fires stoked, carry a notebook. I carry a notebook with me all the time so I can jot down ideas. If I'm online, I make a note in Evernote. I have a special notebook called Content Ideas. And, I'm going to share that template with you, also below the video, a special Evernote content you can use. A special Evernote template you can use to keep track of your content ideas or your topic ideas. That's a great. I'm going to do that paragraph again. If I am online, I make a note in a special notebook in Evernote for content ideas. In fact, I have a special template for topic ideas. I'm going to share that in addition to the mind map when I post the replay. Google search and Amazon search are also great places to germinate ideas, and a little birdie tells me there is more coming about that, so stay tuned for this, for more videos. There is a bunch of them coming to a Hangout theater near you soon. All right. Now we have lots of new ideas. Let's talk about what to do with that content after the Hangout. Let's take one of our Hangout ideas and see what we can do with that. Imagine we've just completed a rocking 30-minute content-packed Hangout for home buyers titled 5 Negotiating Tips for Working with Builders. Maybe we did a bunch of marketing and sent invitations on social media. Lots of people showed up and engaged, or maybe we didn't invite anyone and the only person who attended was another agent in our office. And you know what? That part doesn't matter, because it's what happens after the Hangout that matters most. Am I saying we're not looking for lots of engagement and live action? Nope. What I'm saying is, let's take this one step at a time. Let's do this a few times where we can make mistakes, learn the system, and have some crushing failures without the whole world watching. And after we get our footing and we have our system in place, we will work to leverage the benefits of live engagement, but not when we're new to this and not when we're starting out. Now, when the Hangout's over, YouTube will render and publish the video to our YouTube channel automatically. We have lots of options at this point. it will appear on YouTube and Google Plus automatically. We can go to YouTube and optimize the video, and we can take the embed code and publish the video on our blog. We can also download the video and do some more with it. Let's think about that title for a minute. 5 negotiating tips for working with builders. We have 30 minutes of video, subtract about 5 minutes of introduction and wind up, and that gives us about 25 minutes of negotiating tips, or approximately 5 minutes for each negotiating tip. So we carve out each 5-minute tip segment, and we have 5 more videos we can add to YouTube. People love short videos, and all of a sudden you have a series of videos. You may want to release the second video the day after tip 1 is published, and the third video and fourth video and fifth video the following days. And after that, but of course, each video gets its very own blog post, and each blog post is scheduled to appear on subsequent days on your WordPress calendar. And you find you are publishing a series of blog posts, and you can do that every day until they are all published. Now you have a whole series of congruent, relevant content your website visitors can digest in small bites. And did I mention that Google just loves congruent, relevant content on your YouTube channel and in your blog? In fact, you have so much content, now you can prepare a special report you can offer on your blog as a customer attraction magnet. You can offer web visitors a special report and collect their email addresses and build your list. This is a great time to write that press release about your special report and blog series. And don't forget, let's bookmark that press release on Dig, Delicious, StumbleUpon, and the other bookmarking sites, and create some RSS feeds. Is there more? Sure, there's lots, but I think you get the general idea about now. Look at the content, all the content you can create with a single Hangout about 5 tips. Now imagine carving out a day and concentrate just on new Hangout content. You can create a phenomenal amount of content if you plan your day, stay focused, and just do it. Well, I hope you've had some good takeaways. As I've said, we're just starting our Hangout journey here, and we have lots to cover, but we sure made some pretty good progress today. We talked about a seismic shift online that is changing the face of the internet and will have enormous impact on the way all of us work and engage. We know what a Hangout is and a little bit about what we can do with it. We scoped out a blueprint for content planning around a single Hangout. And you will have access to a mind map of ideas and a content idea template from Evernote right under the replay of this video. But before we wrap it up, I want to share a couple of takeaways I had recently from training I'm taking about Google Hangouts. Yeah, I'm taking lots of new training. I have some new Hangout plugins on my blogs, and I am deeply involved in a couple of high-level training classes. I learned that what happens after the Hangout is more important than what happens on the Hangout. I attended a superb training session recently with Jason Fladlin, who is a highly successful marketer and trainer. Now, real estate agents are going to love his backstory. Dig this. 4 years ago, Jason was a house painter, making $12 an hour. He connected the dots in the internet marketing world, and presently he runs a $4 million a year business. After listening to him, I am less concerned about traffic up front than I am in what to do with the content afterward. Mario Brown is another success story, and when Mario Brown talks about taking massive imperfect action, I am inspired. Do you ever hold back from doing something because you're waiting for it to be perfect? Let go of imperfection. Massive imperfect action trumps inaction every time. Let me say that one more time. Massive imperfect action trumps inaction every time. So get in action. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like, leave a comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments, and I will respond to each and every question personally. I'll see you soon in the next video. And if you want to go see more videos like this and go deeper, just sign up. Make sure that you're signed up for notices when the next video is released, and I'll see you there.